All right, it's time. Another week. ZTGD Radio. This episode 895. May 25th, 2026. It is Memorial Day.
It is.
But you also...
Do you remember? Oh, sorry.
Do you know what today is? Today that we're recording, the 24th, May 24th, 2016. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, is that Overwatch?
That is literally the day Overwatch came out.
Yeah, okay.
10 years ago.
And my man is still 10 toes down for him.
Yeah.
And that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm still playing. I played last night.
Yep, I saw you.
My fucking rank, I played 3 games, I want you to know, in an hour. Because it takes me 10 minutes to find a fucking game.
Man, that's
what happens when you get to the high ranks.
That would see. I would stop playing. Because I would just get annoyed waiting that long.
Oh, that's why I quit. That's why I stopped playing last night. I was like, I'm not waiting 10 minutes.
Yeah, just run some quick play. Play with the, you know what I mean. Play with the. I realize it's not the same, and I get it because there is a difference between playing quick play and competitive. Because like competitive is when you really want to play the game, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and everybody knows their role and they're playing right. But if you just want to play, you just go in a quick play and just fuck around. You just lay back. Yeah, and then
you get yelled at more in quick play than
you do get yelled at, which is weird, right? Like, you would think they'd be pissed more in competitive, but people are way more mouthy in quick play.
Oh, 100%. But on the show this week, we have Terrence.
What up?
We got Anthony.
Yep.
I was like, damn.
Sorry, I was sipping an iced tea.
Oh shit! Yes. Damn.
Nice. A tasty beverage.
Well, if I opened my mouth while it was in there, it would just spill it on myself. So I was really more interested in swallowing at that point.
I bet you were.
Good. Clip that. There you go.
Yep, clip it.
I was more interested in swallowing at that point. Oh, Anthony.
No, when you come off the boat and...
God dang it. Look, we got a combo.
Feeding blood to Grandpa.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You gotta swallow.
We're going to make the ZTGD sentence creator. That's what it's going to be with our.
Well, we have to get a Robo Drew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I still have that clip of Drew that I can't put on the soundboard because it's too long.
Just in the back.
It's okay. We gonna have Nitro though. Just give it a month because they said in a month we're gonna get that the other way around.
But does that give you longer sound effects, or does it just give you more?
Well, it gives you more, and yes, it allows you to do bigger stuff. So, like video files, you can actually send. I think it's like 100 megabytes, or it might be 500 instead of like 10. So yeah, you get better shit with Nitro. So yeah, once that Game Pass merger deal, whatever kicks in, like we'll be in there.
So you get Nitro with Game Pass, and then they announce with Nitro you get Disney Plus. Is that like, do you get it all if you have Game Pass?
Probably, but I don't know if the Disney Plus thing
it's with ads
is like the
it has to. Oh, okay. And every time they give you that shit for free, it's always with ads.
Yeah. See, I'm already got the better one, so that's fine. They can keep that, but that's cool.
Fucking.
But no,
they should give you a discount if you already have it. Like, give me the ad price off or something.
Exactly. Yep. Like I should get a discount.
Fucking pants.
I don't have Disney Plus, nor do I need it for this show because I actually have it on DVD. But The Weekenders is being added. Cartoon show, highly overrated, way too smart.
Good show. Yeah,
it's all good. Highly recommend it. It's been absent from Disney Plus, even though they own it. So
I mean,
it's finally coming to the service.
That's kind of how those services work. It's like, well, we own this movie, but you can't stream. Like Amazon owns James Bond, but the James Bond movies are not always streamable on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't. Here's one that really baffles me because my daughter and I are Law and Order fans. So NBC puts out Law and Order. So the Peacock app there's like 26 seasons of Law and Order, SVU. They have 1 through like 13, and then it jumps to they have season like 22, 23, 24, and 25. But then Hulu has like the ones that Peacock doesn't have, and it's like, the fuck? What? You broadcast it. How do you not have all the stuff?
It's literally like they work together to fuck you over. Like, well, you got to buy all our services.
Yeah.
Because South Park was like that for a while. Like, some of it was on HBO, some of it was on Paramount. Yep. I'm like, Paramount, you own this shit. What are we doing? Right.
Why is it split? Like, the specials were like only on one of them, I think.
Yeah.
But then like the seasons were on it was weird. Like, I don't understand.
What's crazy now is Paramount owns HBO at some point, so fucking, what do we even do?
Yep.
It is literally just going to be one thing at some point. Somebody going to own it all.
Holy man.
There's still going to be 47 streaming services at $15 a month.
Yep.
And people actually bitched about Game Pass dropping price. Shut the fuck up.
I didn't realize people actually were complaining about
it. Absolutely. They were like, it's still not as cheap as it was before you added Call of Duty.
Gotcha.
Motherfucker, it went down. Take a small win.
I mean, right. At this point, we got to take them where we can. Like, sheesh.
I think the craziest thing about the Xbox Game Pass price is that I had it booked up so long that I never paid $29.99, and now it's back down to $23.99. So I haven't paid for it since it went through 2 price changes.
That's crazy. Awesome for you, but that's great.
Yeah, because when they bumped it up to $29, I was like, fuck, when my subscription runs out, it's going to be $30.
Oh, you ain't got to worry about it.
Nope. And then PlayStation upped its price. I got an email from them, so I had forgotten that if you're already locked in, it doesn't go up. So they told me my price will not change. What sucks is I had opted for a month of premium so I could test some stuff. So I'm like, fuck, if I go back down now, like, it's going to be the higher price.
Yep.
God damn it.
So they got you. Yep.
So, like, do I go back down to $10.99 and lose all the library? Or do I just keep paying $17.99 for the fucking premium?
Yeah, I would just keep it.
I've got too many.
I mean, if
fucking services.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a lot of games to talk about, so we're gonna get into this.
Oh shit! That you do? Oh wow. Okay.
I played quite a few things this week. But Anthony, we'll go with you first.
All right. So I wasn't on last week because I was away. During that time, I played 2 small puzzle games called Her Trees. They are there's 2 games in the same series. Give me a second, I can tell you the names. Her Trees Puzzle Dream, and the other one is Her Trees The Puzzle House. Very basic, sort of observation-based puzzle games. Very short. Really impressed on the quality of the puzzles for a small indie project. The idea is always that you're sort of punching in a code. It uses letters, but it's in like a sort of numeric, like 3x3 grid. And sometimes it's telling you the letters outright. Sometimes it's telling you the pattern to move through the grid. There was only a couple puzzles where I would go, it's too much of a jump in logic. But very well done. I paid like $5 for them. Good time. Let me see here. I'll save it for Terrence's talk on that one. We did try to play Peak, and then my game crashed. I don't know what the fuck's going on with my PC, because I've also had crashes with Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
I just want to say that Peak clip that Terrence posted in Discord was fucking cracking me up.
Oh my God, dude. I laughed so hard. There's more to that clip. Like, I had to cut it off because I died laughing because the face that he made on that character.
When he turns around and looks at you, I was like, oh, fucking shit, that's hilarious.
It was so funny.
That game, just overall, and I realize we're not, breaking any barriers on this or boundaries for like this is a known game. Man, that game is really smart. The way it's set up, you start in an airport and you're supposed to be like scouts. At the loading screen is you supposed to be getting to your destination, but it stops 3/4 of the way as if your plane has crashed, and then you wake up on the beach and your plane has crashed.
Yep. I love the loading thing, like stops in the middle.
It's just the sense of humor in the game already is great. And yeah, I was really impressed with it. But yeah, then my game crashed. The game crashed. Which is again the same thing. Yeah, Lego Batman has had. That being said,
PC gaming.
Yeah, and you know what the problem is? I can't figure out why. Here's a complaint about Lego Batman. If I'm playing in full screen, I have an ultra wide monitor. I have to have it windowed if I'm setting it to anything else. Even if my screen is set to a different resolution, it will still fight to be full resolution. It will not give me the option to change the resolution when in full screen.
I just hit the A button and it does a thing.
So anyways, yeah, that game is the Lego version of the Arkham games.
It's very Lego, though. It is very Lego.
It is very Lego. I will say the only complaint I have is that if you fuck up stealth, those enemies are aggroed to you. There's nothing you can do. You can't go back into stealth, which is kind of stupid. But yeah, it's the Arkham combat. You can do the stealth takedowns, which are more comedic. I'm really impressed how they're weaving the story. There's lots of little touches. Holy shit.
Yeah, they kind of do their own thing while following other things.
So yeah, you do the Batman Begins, essentially. Well, you do the
that brings
Batman
up one of the first
intro,
problems
where your parents die and Lego versions of the pearls hit the ground, which is just top notch. And then you do your Batman Begins.
But they changed it because, like we talked about in the Discord, every fucking co-op. Lego game has to be co-op, so they had to put somebody with
one Lego game that doesn't have co-op. And this one needed to be one that didn't have co-op.
Yeah, I really wish this wasn't co-op.
That being said, they do weave that narrative really well around that, but it does change the gameplay a lot in a direction that I kind of wish it was staying away from. But like, I thought that was kind of neat the way they do that section, and then it moves into the Batman, which is kind of interesting. So, the recreation of the sequence
it's
on
a
the
mix
highway.
It's a mix of the Batman and Batman Begins.
Yeah, and then later on they do go into the other Batman movies, and I'm really impressed on how they're doing that. You know, you can zip around the Gotham with your.
Do you eventually get like a glide? Because
I was going to ask that because I haven't gotten it.
You clearly do. You clearly do because
like I'm jumping off buildings like and holding the A button. I'm like,
it's just falling, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I do love that if you do it as
I only got Gordon
Jim,
right now. Yeah,
he like Batman lands and does the superhero pose, and Jim just hits the ground flat.
Nice.
That's one of the things that I hate about it being forced co-op is like if you're gonna at least put that in there, don't make me swap to the character to do the one thing and then swap back.
Yeah,
like I fucking hate that.
That's the only thing I dislike about because I've played the game as well. That's the only thing I dislike about it. I don't like the co-op. I feel like they should have just, and I know they do that for all the Lego games, but they should have just made this single player because, like, I guess it works how they're making it make sense that Jim is there for all this stuff that obviously, you know, Batman was doing by himself in the movies and whatever. But like, man, I don't know.
You start to wonder like who's going to be with you later in the game that's forced.
At what time?
Yeah. I'm like, Chris O'Donnell going to be hanging out with me later on. Fucking Joseph Gordon-Levitt isn't hanging out with me.
No.
Oh, he never got to be.
Robin.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
No, you definitely have Catwoman at one point.
Oh yeah, she shows up pretty early on. Yeah.
Well, but I'm saying you have the Anne Hathaway version of Catwoman at one point.
Do you get the Eartha Kitt version?
No, that's not a movie.
I saw a poster for Julie Newmar's version. It was like searching for Julie. It was a cat pun. Might have been Mew, like a Mewmar or something like that. But yeah, it was a cat pun. But yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cute.
There's tons of little Easter eggs. Like I saw the Shrek building at one point.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Nice.
It's like in the first like intro thing.
I must not have paid attention.
Yeah, it pans up and it says Shreks, and I was like, ha, okay.
But yeah, it's fun. It's weird. Like part of me is like, you could have done this more like Arkham. It's like I really wish they had either leaned into like, this is more of a Lego game, or this is more of an Arkham game. Because like in between, I'm just like, okay, but I kind of want either or.
Same. Yeah, I got feel.
I don't know.
I'd rather it been a little more Arkham because I hate.
Of course, but we are also adults.
No, it's not. It's not just that, but like so much of the Lego stuff is so mundane. Like when you go through a level, it's like collect 5 of this, and I figured out what it does. I'm like, oh, it's just a fucking trophy in the Batcave. I'm like, who cares?
I do like that the red bricks change your color scheme.
That's neat. Yeah.
So every costume also has like however many color schemes there are, which reminds me of like all the toys I had based off the animated series. Yeah, I mean it is what it is. It's a very good Lego game.
It is a very good Lego game.
That is what it is. And then the other game I've played is Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I really think that's what it's called on. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Okay, thank God. I really like this game. I definitely know that a lot of people won't. I really like Pokemon Snap. The reason why I started that with this is because Pokemon Snap is Pokemon characters in a very different context, and that is what this game is for Mario, specifically Yoshi, of course. But I will say it's kind of disappointing that it's a lot of new enemies, but at the same time, I prefer that over seeing Shy Guys for the umpteenth time. There are a couple returning ones. The concept of this game is that it uses the platforming elements from previous Yoshi games. But this is a puzzle game, and specifically a puzzle game that doesn't really... we have so many like fine niche terminology in video games, and there's still not one for this type of video game, which would also apply to Pokemon Snap, games like Reventure, where the concept is that you have a very very small sort of set of abilities.
You have a specific set of
it's
skills.
Using those. Yes, I know what you're referencing, Ken. I can hear you whistling or whatever. Set of skills. Yes,
I have a particular set of skills.
Which, boy, when that line hit, I laughed. They got me
too. Yeah.
But and the concept is that this book, this sentient book, is asking you to look at the critters that are inside and on its pages. And so the first level is Crazy Daisy, which is an enemy that's appeared in other Yoshi games. It's just a flower that walks around. It's similar to a Shy Guy, essentially. And in that level, you swallow it and make it into an egg. You hit it with an egg. You jump on it. You ground pound it, and it's basically like how does this enemy respond to certain things that you can do? Like if it's riding on your back, what can it do? What does it do to the environment? And then, you have a level that doesn't really have an end goal. There is an ending, but you never really have to leave. There's more stuff you can do in it. It's more of these open sort of environments. And essentially what you're trying to do is figure out all the things that this enemy can do, or this creature can do. And at first it gives you it just says go into the pages and figure it out. And then when you've done the level, it'll give you a hint for another. It'll give you a silhouette of something happening, but it won't give you any more information. And you can collect coins in the levels, and the coins can unlock more detailed hints on things to try. And then every time you add a little note into their pages, you earn enough points, and when you have enough points, it unlocks a new world. You have to do them in the specific order. In the first area, you have to do Crazy Daisy before you can move on to the next sort of creature. In the second area, there's 2 creatures that are available from the get-go, and you have to do one of theirs to unlock another one. But it's a very free-form game. I don't usually do this, but I read somebody's review. I read IGN's review, and I don't necessarily disagree with it. But at the same time, I feel like it was dismissive. Now, I believe IGN, just to give credit to the author, I believe they do it under the circumstance of where the person writing the review doesn't necessarily put the score to it, which is different than our site. The person writing it's giving it the score. And that's not uncommon from bigger websites, from my understanding. I know it used to happen in Press 2. They gave it a 6. The writer sort of said it's kind of like bubble wrap, popping bubble wrap. It's great, but at a certain point, it's just popping bubbles. I mean, that's a very what isn't that though? Is that not what an Assassin's Creed game is when you have a bunch of points on a map, right?
Yeah.
What video game isn't essentially that? It's a distraction, right? And when the distraction becomes unfun, stop playing it. That being said, I do understand what the writer was putting forward, that if you're looking for a Yoshi game akin to Yoshi's Island, which you really haven't had since Woolly World, you're not going to get it here. But what I do think this is very interesting in the sense that it's these weird experimental puzzle games where the idea is, here's your mechanics, just play around and figure out how to solve these puzzles that we aren't strictly pointing out. I've gone through a couple levels multiple times, and it's interesting to see what I've missed. I go into another level, I go, oh, that happens. I wonder if I can do that back in the other level. I go back, and I can. This creature also responds to eating an apple or eating a fruit of some sort. It's really interesting, sort of just experimenting around, because it's not like, oh, I can die. Yoshi apparently can, but I don't think anyone's going to see that because there's not even a health bar visible. Having so I just use the Crazy Daisy because it's the first level, and that way I'm not spoiling too much. When you have a Crazy Daisy on your back and you run through the grass, flowers sprout. And if you put the Crazy Daisy back on the ground, they'll pull the flowers off and make a little flower crown. And if you put Yoshi next to them and duck down, they will put the flower crown onto Yoshi's head, and that is a mark. But you're not really sure what to do because it just doesn't tell you that's a thing to do. It just sort of happens. And I like that type of game because it's we have all these things here, these mechanics, but we're not going to explain to you how to use your very basic moveset to achieve them. I fed one an apple, and all of a sudden apples sprout now too, instead of just flowers. Different colors change, or different colored Crazy Daisies make different colored flowers appear. And if I go to a specific spot and use the different colors, does that change something? Does that solve a puzzle that isn't being outright said to me? Some of the I actually like the animation style because it almost looks like claymation. The animation is just a little choppy enough to kind of look like they're being animated like an old Ray Harryhausen creature at times. And yeah, it's just a very interesting sort of like design of enemies. I really think there's a couple of levels so far that have been like super funny. I've really enjoyed the character design. Like the first creature of the second area, the mountaintops, is one of the most fascinating designs of a creature. You can name. Oh, the other thing is you can name all these creatures because none of them are named. So you can either let the book choose and he'll give you the official name, which is what I'm doing. Or if you've got a kid that wants to name them, you know what I mean? Like there's that there. You can choose what color Yoshi you're using. There is a platforming level. Like it is the old school, like if you stand on the platforms too long, you fall and you have to restart. It's a weird combination of things. I'm really surprised at how unique this game is, but that's going to piss people off because it's not what they want. I actually wasn't sure I wanted this game, and then I watched because when this was announced, I didn't have a Switch 2. And when I watched the trailer the first time, I was like, oh, who cares? And then I watched it again as we got closer to, and I was like, I had a feeling it was going to be more like Pokemon Snap in terms of like how the gameplay is, and I'm kind of correct. Yeah, just kind of a fascinating sort of like, I wouldn't even say make your own fun. It's like we have hidden a bunch of stuff that these things can do, and it's your job to figure out how to witness that. Also, it has my new favorite Mario creature, Mario adjacent creature. The name is Taggit.
Oh my, Nintendo!
Yeah, not the greatest.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we're really close to danger zone there. But
first Wiggler and now Taggit. Oh, come on now.
I think it's supposed to sort of be like Nabbit.
Maybe call it Tabbit then, and not Taggit.
No,
well,
Taggit.
Yeah,
because they play tag. That's the
yeah.
Still,
they play tag, man. What are you talking about?
Okay, that doesn't help.
So,
that really doesn't help. He looks like Hamburger Helper if he like got radioactive disease or something.
Yeah, so. By the way, the pink thing is not a nose; it's a mouth.
Oh, that changes everything.
Yeah,
yes, it does.
It's
okay,
something.
Nintendo. Well,
that level is so weird and so bizarre, and it's like if it played out as a level of a normal game, I think it would have been frustrating. But because it's this sort of like, okay, I don't know exactly what's happening right now, and it's my job to figure out what the fuck to do with these things. Yeah, I was pretty impressed with like how that level played out, which was very different than the level right after it, where it's these little Kirby looking things called a Mild. I don't even know. I don't know. Those are from Yoshi's Island. Yeah, they're just pink things that walk around. And that level was extremely different from all the other ones too. Like every level feels like it's its own thing because it has to be, because it's a puzzle sequence, right? That it means that you're getting a lot of variety, but again, it's not Yoshi's Island, which is going to piss off a bunch of people, but it's also not labeled Yoshi's Island, so I don't know. I think this game is fantastic. I think if things like Pokemon Snap where you're going through, the same sort of cart ride every time, but it's your job to experiment to figure out how to get certain Pokemon to even appear or certain shots to happen. This is that type of puzzle game. It's not going to outright tell you like, hey, this is what your next thing is, figure it out. It's like, no.
Hey,
here's your world. Yeah.
Hey,
Mickey. Why don't you fucking throw an apple at that Pikachu? Like, yeah. Lead him over here, then he can turn on the generator. That's from the first game, so I'm not spoiling anything. That's not.
Oh, we've got a Hey Mickey to talk about a little bit.
Oh well.
Oh, do we? Oh, okay.
Terrence, or what's going to be your first game?
Oh, well, I was going to talk about Thick as Thieves, but
perfect.
Well, I wanted to say
Let's
real
talk about
quick.
Thick as
Well, I
Thieves.
wanted to say something about. So, I feel a little concerned for Nintendo right now because, like,
this is not a system seller.
That's what I'm saying. Is like
title.
the Switch 2 so far has, because you kept saying like this isn't Yoshi's Island. This isn't Yoshi's Island. Nintendo has yet to, outside of Donkey Kong and obviously Pokopia, because Pokopia is just a different kind of thing. Like, where are my big Nintendo? What the fuck is that?
They've yet to give the people what they want.
Yeah, they've yet to give like the big Nintendo tentpole titles that like.
Well, even their Kirby game, which I mean, let's be honest, their Kirby games are usually like not the biggest, sellers, but like
no, Kirby is third string.
Kirby was Air Riders.
Well, Air Riders is not great. Like, people forgot that game even came out.
Like you have Donkey Kong.
You also had a very failed. I don't even remember what sport it was. The Mario.
It wasn't soccer.
Was it tennis?
Well, it wasn't golf, was it?
It was tennis.
Was it tennis? Yeah, I think it might have been tennis.
Yeah, like that game was like a fart in the wind.
I forgot it. Yeah.
And their Star Fox game, while I'm excited, is a fucking remake.
That should have been a new game. Like, why did you? I mean, or drop a remake like that, but then on the heels, like the same announcement, we got the new adventure coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like something like that.
Do the Dead or Alive thing.
I'm gonna say something
where they're like
about that Star Fox game. I've played that goddamn story before. I don't give a shit that it's a remake. I've played that goddamn story now. This will be the fourth fucking time.
I did see
There's
Mario.
other Star Fox games, and I get it, like Command and Assault or whatever. But those are stories that need to be retold, not the goddamn original.
I did watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie this weekend, and that movie feels a lot like Nintendo's. Like, hey, remember this? There are so many little cameos in that movie that I forgot what the plot of the movie was.
Oh wow! Yeah, I'm watching it today actually.
Okay, I'm looking.
Wow. I'm
looking at the Nintendo titles, which are the ones that are going to sell a Switch 2, right?
Is Pokopia and Donkey Kong?
Hold on, I'm looking. We have Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
We have an upcoming Fire Emblem, which I'll give them.
That's not a system seller. I know people like to think it is, and it sells well, but it's not a system
for
seller.
a very specific crowd that shows up specifically for that.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Yoshi and Kirby.
No.
Yes, you absolutely
Yoshi
could.
fan, Kirby maybe, but like with specifically Air Riders, but Yoshi fans.
I'm talking about like a fucking
or Mario fans
across everything, like a Mario, a Zelda, like.
Well, you got your Zeldas, you got your Switch 2 editions of Breath of the Wild.
That's not a game. That is a fucking patch. That is not a game.
He's right. It's
a $10 patch. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's just it too. Like a lot of them are Animal Crossing Switch 2 patch, Forgotten Land Switch 2 patch.
The patches
Zelda,
don't
Switch
count.
2 patch.
Patches don't count.
Metroid Prime 2 Switch 2 edition patch. Mario Wonder patch. Mario Party Jamboree patch. Xenoblade Chronicles X not patch, but now a patch. Whatever.
So they ain't got nothing. Like, so what?
Pokopia.
I mean, they released Metroid, but it didn't set the world on fire.
Tennis Fever, Mario Kart World, Splatoon Raiders will be coming soon.
You know how much it says about Mario Kart World that we talked about Mario Kart 8 for 3 generations? We already stopped talking about Mario Kart World.
Yeah. I ain't talked about
Look,
that in a minute.
The only thing I care about that game is I can play as Nabbit and chase down Nabbit, and I love Nabbit. It's my favorite top character designs of all time. Perfect, no notes. Love that. That's all I do in that game. I just drive around as Nabbit and either the biggest car I have or the smallest car I have because I think it's funny.
Wow.
But yeah, it's like who cares?
Yeah, Mario Kart World was probably. I mean, I think I mentioned it. Our game of the year was one of my biggest disappointments of last year.
It's fine.
That's the problem. It's Mario Kart.
Fine.
Mario Kart can't be just fine. Like look what happened when Halo was just fine. It damn near killed the franchise.
The thing with this Yoshi game is that like, when's the last time a Yoshi game has been that, anyways? Right? The Wii U, when it had to be, but like Super Nintendo. Well, I'll give you N64. That's it, right? It didn't set the world on fire when it was on DS.
No, Yoshi's never set the world on fire.
Crafted World,
except for Yoshi's Island. I think Yoshi's Island set the world on fire.
Except for Yoshi's Island, and like I said, I'll give you Yoshi's Story.
It was like even that isn't setting the world on fire.
I don't even like that game.
Like, the problem is Nintendo burned all of their big stuff for the original Switch, But where the fuck is my 3D Mario? Let's talk about when Odyssey came out. When did Odyssey come out? When did Odyssey come out?
The same year, 2017.
2017.
When 2016, 2017?
Almost a decade?
Almost a decade? December of that year.
Decade without 3D Mario?
Damn.
Well, that team, I can at least go, well, that team at least made Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I don't care. Nintendo ain't made a 3D Mario.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like that team didn't take what they did there and do another game.
But hang on, wait. Isn't that the normal, like, cadence for Mario games, though? Like, isn't usually it's a really long wait in between them? But what was the wait between Odyssey and what was before Odyssey?
It was Galaxy.
Galaxy 2.
Galaxy 1 and 2.
So what was the wait? It
wasn't 10 years. I gotta look it up. I don't know the dates.
I'm looking. Galaxy 2 came out in 2010.
Yeah, no. Okay.
And first Galaxy came out in 2007.
And you could say, well, there was Mario 3D World, but like that game was fantastic, but not that. It's also not that, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm getting Wii U vibes from the Switch too.
I was gonna say that earlier.
I read an article about that this weekend,
and I said this in a different Discord, and some people were like, "Well, no, the Wii U had like must play games." I'm like, "No, it didn't. It had must play games for Nintendo fans, but it did not have must play games for the average person."
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of an actual there's a ton of great
Wind
games.
Waker and the version of Twilight Princess on Wii U are fantastic, but if you've already played them,
they're GameCube games.
You do not need to be coming back to this. You didn't have a big Mario game. You had 3D World, which is a good game, but like if you played 3D Land and you were satisfied by that, and then they brought 3D World over to Switch. So there's no point to go back to the Wii U.
What about Devil's Third?
They had Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, but like that's not like we had gotten Donkey Kong Returns. Like you're not.
That's been ported to the Switch though.
But what I'm saying is like even really taking out the Switch ports, which was necessary, but like Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart 8 was the game for the Wii U,
and that was it.
Yeah.
Sorry, like I have a Wii U, I like it, but it doesn't have new Super Mario Brothers U. No. 3D World. No. And that 3D World's an amazing game.
No, absolutely amazing game.
But at the same time, like I don't think that's going to grab.
Nobody counts Super Mario.
Of people that don't already have investment in just playing Nintendo games.
Yeah, Super Mario 3D World is not Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, Odyssey.
It's not even Super Mario World. Sorry, It's not the original New Super Mario Brothers or New Super Mario Brothers Wii. It's just not that. The only other one that I might give people, and it's not my thing because I did try, was Super Mario Maker. Okay, fair. Again, I feel like that's still, you have a lot of investment in the Nintendo brand and not just as a person that plays video games.
Yeah, that's definitely not a casual big game.
It's as someone that, and like, I didn't work in specific games retail like you did, both you did, but I did work in retail and sold video games for almost all my time in it, and like people to this day don't know. Sorry, you can think that they do, but like, you're too far in the weeds. People would just want the thing that plays the thing.
Yep.
And like, the Switch 2 is very expensive and doesn't have the things that they want to play.
Yeah.
I could play Zelda on the Switch one. I'm telling you right now, if I still worked in retail and people still bought from retail more often, they would probably pick the original Switch if they wanted to play the Zelda games. Oh, but it runs better on Switch 2. I don't give a shit.
No, it is true.
I mean, well, okay, so
people bought 2DSs. That's all I need to say is, like, people bought 2DSs. Not the 2DS XL, the one that folded like a DS. No, the one that was just a hunk of plastic.
Dude, we had two of those in my house
because it was dirt cheap.
I did too. Yeah.
And it's not like I'm not even criticizing them. I'm just saying it is like, that tells you kind of the experience some people are interested in, and I don't blame them because that's how I bought consoles, right? When they used to go down in price.
Well, the Series S for the longest time outsold the Series X just because it was a cheaper entry point.
How could it not?
Yeah.
Right? People just want the thing that plays the thing.
They should put that on the box because he's telling the truth. But what I was going to say about Nintendo, not E3 is around the corner, you know?
Yes.
So I'm sure Nintendo will have,
I don't know, man.
They call it a tree house or something. I don't know what and I'm assuming we're going to see a Mario. But
we feel like we've assumed we were going to see a Mario for like a year and a half now.
Right, that's what I was going to say, because that's how I was going to kind of end it. Is like that. I don't know. I'm doubling back now because I guess that would be weird if they show it and then it. Because do they do stuff like that where they'll just, hey, we're making this and it comes out the same year.
Metroid Prime 4.
Oh yeah, it did do that. Okay, for sure. So yeah, so maybe we'll get that with Mario.
You'll see it in a decade. Oh fuck.
It's been a decade, Nintendo. Give me that 3D Mario. What are you doing?
They like, just to even kind of put this into like a weirder perspective, Tamagotchi Life came out on Switch, not Switch 2, and
I didn't realize that
the new Rhythm Heaven is coming out on Switch, not Switch 2.
Yeah, I sent Anthony.
And I know those aren't the
Life.
big.
Yeah,
I know those aren't the. Sorry.
I gave you that, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I still have to write a review. I know.
So wait, they don't do, like when I can't think of a system where it actually happened. But I know they did this where stuff came out for the prior generation and the new system.
Well,
that's not happening like
right?
in
like
tandem.
Switch
Well,
game,
yeah.
Switch game will work on Switch 2. It's just, it's another reason why, and I feel the same way about PS4 to PS5. You know what I mean? Why?
Actually, yeah,
that
was
I don't
like,
have a good reason
better, but like, okay,
PS5.
but they ran fine as is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're moving into the point where I don't know if they want the average person playing the games, but they sure want the fucking average person's money. So what the fuck are they doing?
It's kind of funny because, like, from PS4 to PS5, I'd be like, If you were going from Xbox One to Series, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. But if you were going from One X to Xbox Series, I'd be like, Like, because like the original VCR Xbox was a pile of shit, man. That thing was so weak.
It was a little rough.
Yeah,
a little rough.
Running shit at like 640 by 480. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, yeah, a little rough.
Oh man. All right. So you wanted to move on, Terrence, with your games?
Thick as Thieves. Let's talk
Well, yeah,
about
Thick as Thieves. Well, so I thought I talked about Thick as Thieves last week, but I know I
You
had talked.
might
Yeah, because
have.
I was like,
Yeah.
huh?
You might
Yeah,
have.
because we
Yeah.
were going to play with Anthony, which we tried to do. But did we actually finish that mission, or did it crash?
You might have. I didn't.
That's what. Yes, that's what happened. So like we did finish the mission. Well, I finished the mission. We got to the end.
We didn't even
and,
really
like,
finish the mission. So like the missions are all timed.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start at the top. So like I
okay,
said last week,
I'll let
it's
Terrence
made.
go and then I'll pitch.
That's fine. Well, you just jump in when you feel
I
right.
find it very crazy that Anthony, like almost every game you play on PC crashes. This is starting to sound. It's starting to sound like a you problem.
Trust me, I've been trying to figure out the you problem.
Yeah, he was trying to figure it out. He definitely was. But you know what? This didn't.
This is different, and I'll explain right now.
What I tell you about
if a game crashes. This crashed my whole PC.
What I tell you about buying your PC at Temu?
I didn't, but it crashed my whole PC. Like Windows had a fatal error and restarted.
Jesus,
I love PC gaming. Isn't it the best?
Yeah, you know Temu sells meat. Like who's buying it?
No,
buying steak from Temu?
You should never do that. That'd be like buying a steak at the dollar store. Don't do that.
It would, yeah. And I looked at those, and they're so thick. I'm like, now,
not even
come
thin.
on now.
They look like they've been frozen and rotted at the same time.
It's like
they don't even sell that stuff up in Canada. I just watch videos of Americans doing it.
Listen, Americans, we just down here treated like shit. Like I watched the different videos of the stuff in other countries, and I'm like, damn, I want to go over there. Like I want to go live in Canada. I want to go live in, the UK somewhere. Like why are they treating us like that? But anyway, that's beside the point. Thick as Thieves. It's made by Warren Spector. It's like I said, it's a stealth game that's all about heisting. Like it's all about stealing. The missions, as Anthony was saying, are timed. So the very first mission, I think you get, was it 30 minutes? I think
we got 45.
45. Okay. On the little note card, you get a little like card. It's like, hey, you got to steal these plans from some whatever in this garrison. And then the exit door is going to open in 45 minutes. Be there, or else you won't be able to escape. So it's like a little magical door that leads back to your base that you jump through at the exit, and that's where I made it through, and Anthony's system crashed.
It crashed as I was trying to go through the door. Fatal crash. And then I'm trying to go back in, and because it uses some sort of central server, there's a fucking thing. It's like, yeah, you can't. There's a save data problem.
Yep.
Can't do anything. Just exit the game. So I'm like, okay. So I deleted it from my computer, re-downloaded it. Still an issue. I've cleared every piece of data on my computer as far as I can find it. I've looked for save data. Can't find it in here. It's on a central server. I put it in the Steam forums, got no response. Fuck this game.
You know what I didn't hear?
It's not good enough. It's not a good enough game
for all that
this either.
No,
because it's not as good as Thief. It's not as good as Dishonored. It feels like someone trying to do that. Like the tutorial is so bad. Here's a game where you like are supposed to. Oh, okay. So Thief and the games that are inspired by Thief, like Dishonored, the idea is that you have choice. Now, there's some illusion of choice there because combat is never going to be your best option. But there's options on how to get to where you need to be through stealth, and like, do you take down people? Do you just avoid them, etc.? The tutorial has one way through it, and I went, okay, not a great start, but whatever. Then you get to the main game, and because you have to play so much to earn enough money to buy different tools, everybody's using the same tool set.
Yep.
Instead of having two characters from the get-go that have two different sets of abilities to make playing multiplayer more interesting, you both have the same abilities. Why? Like, make the abilities better. Like, you have a grapple gun, which I actually really thought was neat because what you can shoot it once, and then you actually have to like crank
Wind it back up.
the wire back up to have it shoot out again. So, neat concept. Instead of having that be a tool that like is attached to a character, which is fine, but like instead of having that be like one of the things that you have to purchase with your money from the tutorial or whatever, which doesn't make sense because you have it in the tutorial. Have it so it's like the upgrades are how far it can shoot, how many times it can shoot before it has to be cranked. Like, don't have me buying different abilities. That way you get a little bit of variety from skills. Have all the tools be available if you're not going to let me have the characters available. Like, it's not that good of a game to spend so much time in. And people are complaining about the amount of maps. And it's like, yeah, with the amount of work you have to do to get more abilities and or items or whatever you want to call them, like tools, and then like you can't go prone even though it looks like you could hide under something. You can't go prone, which is fine, but like the stealth isn't that great. The robbing is whatever, hold a button, take the thing, like, okay. Yeah, it's just like, it's $5. I can see why. Like, it's frustrating because it's like it's not good enough. So like it putting up a fight to allow me to try to play again, I'm like, you know what, I got other things to do.
Right, that actually works.
It feels like it's the same thing that every time Warren Spector makes a game now, it's just cursed to fucking be a flop. Because like I see kind of the idea.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's just like, wow, how out of touch are we to make these choices? The tutorial feels like someone who is trying to make Thief, but has only played BioShock. That is not a compliment.
I just want to say, did you know what I didn't hear when you were talking about Yoshi?
What?
This game crashed.
Wow.
Yeah. Ken, I understand not every game crashes on me on PC.
Just a lot of games crash on you on PC. A lot of games.
Yeah, and I've tried to figure out what that is. I can't tell. This one options
is 100% the game's fault. This is not him. I mean, the fact that he can't even replay it, which he's right. The game is not good enough for him to continue to to uninstall and fucking reinstall Windows and all of that.
Verify the game files.
Yeah, it's not good enough for all of that.
This way, when a game crashes and it just crashes and I'm back at desktop, I go, okay, like there's something to choose. I've only ever had one other game, like crash my PC, and it was Unreal Engine that did it because I kept having errors with Unreal Engine 5 or whatever, and it was right as the new RoboCop game came out. Didn't have crashes with the original RoboCop game, which uses the same or used the previous version of Unreal, I believe. So it was just, but it would tell me like, oh, Unreal Engine's hit a fatal error, and then my PC crashed one time instead of it going to the desktop. That's the only other time. This one, but it didn't say Windows hit a fatal error. That was just a crash. This one said Windows encountered a fatal error as I was trying to go through the portal. Very weird thing to happen. And then I can't log in.
Unreal Engine 5 too. I've had my son that plays primarily on PC also has issues with Unreal Engine 5 games. Like it,
Unreal Engine 5 is unstable. That's why.
Yeah, the PC folks definitely seem to have a lot of issues with it. But like Anthony said already. This game does not
Lego
work.
Batman: Legacy of the Dark Knight, Unreal Engine 5.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh, well, see, look, yeah, I think your computer just doesn't play well with, which is probably some spec that you have that doesn't play well with Unreal Engine, and that's what probably is causing your issues. That's crazy. But yeah, Thick as Thieves. I mean, he already said it's just the tutorial is very weird because it's very linear, but then you're dropped into when you go into that first mission, you might think, especially if this is your first time playing this game, because the tutorial is supposed to prepare you for what's to come. So why on earth you would make a very like straight hallway for a game that is open world and full of choice is just bizarre. But
and like if you're an old, this is where my real big complaint sort of comes in about this, because like all the other stuff, it's like, okay, but maybe this is for somebody whose first time is this. It doesn't set you up for success. Like, you could only expect the open world of the actual missions, if you have played other games. And if you've played other games, you'd go and play those because those are better.
Yeah.
And like for $5, you can get the original Dishonored. Go play that.
I already did.
Yeah. Well, it's just the other thing is like, there's like one guard who can like phase through the floor. Sure, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, there's a ghost
guard. All the other guards are the exact same guy. They don't talk to each other.
Well, yeah, they kind of do.
They kind of do, but not. They don't. It doesn't feel organic. It feels like two NPCs walking up to each other, which is, I guess fine, but like, I don't know. It's just like there's better ways to have fun with co-op.
Mm-hmm.
And this just kind of sucks.
Well, see, and I also feel like, because I found this out after the fact, that this was supposed to be a battle royale type game. It was
PvE, right?
Yeah, yep. So you were, instead of working with, Anthony, I'd be working against. So you're setting traps, like the little turrets and stuff where you can turn them off and stuff. Like you can set that. Some of that stuff is holdover from when it was going to be PvE or PvP, and they haven't pulled out all that stuff yet. So it just, I don't know. It just feels.
Also, the building
weird.
Doesn't make sense. So here's a weird one, that weird complaint. But like, if there's one thing that's like all the sort of System Shock Thief inspired games get right, even if they're linear or not, like the world of BioShock feels lived in. The world feels, even though it's very unrealistic, it feels like people have been in there. It feels like the rooms are for a reason. There is just a room that looks like a warehouse, but there's like nothing in it that had like 4 turrets. Why?
Yep. What was it for?
Skip that whole fucking room and the turrets weren't even on.
No, they were all turned on. But see, I think that was supposed to be the PvP stuff.
Then that's bad. That's bad game design.
You're right. Yeah, this game, I don't know.
Awesome.
For $5, like, I just wouldn't even try for the $5.
There's worse ways to spend $5.
True.
But there's a lot better ways to spend $5.
Yeah, it's because what's weird too is this is early access, but not early access. Like it's because it's not claiming to be early access, but they very clearly, when you get in the game, it's like, oh, we have 4 more thieves coming with different abilities, and we're going to add a bunch of maps because there's only 2 maps on there right now. We're going to add all these different maps. It's like so you are early access then. So why?
Oh goodness.
So for under $10, you can get so for 2 games it's $4.80 Canadian, so it's like probably $8 total American. 2 games on GOG. You can get Dishonored. You can get Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, Dishonored 2, or Prey, or a bunch of other fucking Bethesda games for like under $10. Go play that.
Yeah.
Get yourself 2 games and Fanatical and add them to your GOG account.
This conversation reminded me of a game that was shoved down our throats for like 2 years, and then 1 month after it came out, nobody's ever talked about it ever again.
What was that game?
It was a Bethesda game.
Oh, was it?
Little game called Deathloop.
Oh, yeah. I liked Deathloop.
Remember when it was
die quickly?
Every single PlayStation showcase.
It was.
There was a new Deathloop trailer. Oh, Deathloop. And then it comes out and everybody's like, oh, Deathloop.
On to the next one. Yeah.
We're done.
Yep.
Then it came out on Xbox and everybody was like, oh.
Yep. Yeah, it didn't get any kind of, I liked that game. I thought that story and stuff was neat. But yeah, play something else instead of Thick as Thieves. What you should play, it's only a demo right now though, Warhammer Survivors, because the Skulls event was this week. So there was naturally a bunch of Warhammer announcements, a lot of which I am excited about. But they had 2 demos that they put out only on Steam because, console, we don't get shit. Warhammer Survivors and then Bolt Gun 2 had a demo. I did not play the demo to Bolt Gun 2 because oddly enough, I haven't actually played Bolt Gun 1. I need to actually buy
It's pretty
that
good.
game. I heard it was, because I know you had said it was pretty, it's like a boomer shooter.
Boomer shooter, yeah.
But yeah, I need to check that out. But I did check out Warhammer Survivors, which is done by the same developer that does Vampire Survivors.
Ponkel.
Yeah. Ponkel, thank you. I couldn't think of their name. And it's essentially the same thing. It's just Vampire Survivors, but in Warhammer. So what I did like, which was an unexpected surprise, is they give you both flavors of Warhammer. So you can do the Age of Sigmar, or you can do the 40K universe, which is kind of nice. If you don't know the difference, Age of Sigmar is like sword and shields, and where the actual Warhammer, I think, comes from. They're using like medieval type weapons, and then 40K is the Space Marines and all the space shit.
That's what's funny about Warhammer is, like you just said, it's about the Warhammer. I've been exposed to that series through osmosis and video games for so long, I didn't even know there was a fucking hammer.
Bro, so that was one of the things a couple years ago when I really got into it, where I was like, okay, why the fuck is it called this? And is there a Warhammer? Yes, there is in the Age of Sigmar thing. I believe it has to do with Sigmar. But there is a blessed, Warhammer in that, but I don't think it exists in the 40K side of things. Cause I also don't know if it kind of, the universe moves one to the other. Like it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Age of Sigmar is like just the past to 40K, but I don't know if it's connected like that or not.
So,
but yeah, Warhammer shit is crazy.
There's just one Warhammer. Like, okay. But we don't talk about it. We don't talk about the Warhammer, even though it's named after Warhammer. But we don't talk about the Warhammer.
We don't talk about the Warhammer. Can't talk about that.
Like a Star Wars movie with just peace the whole movie. Like nothing happened.
As far as I know, they're not connected. By the way.
Okay.
Sure, that makes sense.
Because the orcs are not the same orcs and stuff like that. Like the orcs in 40K are like some weird eldritch space monster.
Yep.
That just makes things that work because they think it will.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, Ken, the lore is like you've never seen a purple orc because purple makes you invisible?
Sure it does.
Yep. Red makes things go faster.
I mean, that makes sense. Red means stop, so you should go faster.
If you were to take apart like an orc like weapon and it was just like an elastic band and like a staple, it can fire like you go, but that shouldn't work. Yeah, it shouldn't, but it does because the orcs think it does.
Yeah. Warhammer lore, when I did my deep dive, is fucking crazy anyway. Like the Emperor is basically a corpse on a throne in the 40K universe. Like it's wild.
40K is like the real oh, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
the fact that literally the Space Hulk is, Space Hulk does itself no favors because the what are they called in the big suits?
The not the Primarchs. The I know what you're talking about.
The Exterminator crew.
Yeah,
is it Terminator armor? Something like that? I don't remember. Anyways, they you would think it's that. No, Space Hulk refers to the fact that ships that the human ships that burrow through hell to cut through space faster, sometimes get lost in hell, and then sometimes exit hell, and there's other stuff attached to them and in them.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a very fucked up universe. The warp and all the shit. That's what they pass through. It's oh my god.
You know what it reminds me of?
Basically a hellscape.
You ever see that Family Guy episode where Brian gets on Ritalin and creates his own world? for George Railroad.
Oh wait, yeah.
And he just like goes through like all of these different space species and stuff. And it's like George R. R. Martin's like, you just took some drugs and made up a bunch of dumb shit. Like that sounds like the Warhammer lore to me. Like
Also, they're the Space Marine Terminators.
okay,
Gotcha.
sure,
To fight the Tyranid Gene Stealers.
absolutely, those are the worst.
Well, the Tyranids are the enemies in Warhammer Survivors for the 40K side. Well, I guess those are like all Tyranids. The Age of Sigmar side starts off as like orcs, but then turns into, I think they're called like the Nazgul or Naz. I'm not as well versed in Age of Sigmar as I am 40K. But yeah, it's freaking Vampire Survivors, but with Warhammer. So I mean, the Space Marine starts off with a chainsword, which functions kind of like the whip in Vampire Survivors. So instead of a horizontal attack, you have a vertical kind of chainsword slash that goes out. As you upgrade it, you'll have it'll go on either side of you, left and right. The enemies will swarm you. You kill them. You get the different weapons and upgrade them with your XP that turn into different stuff. What this does differently is once you free the basic Marine dude, the Astaris, I can't remember what they're called, military Astaris or something like that. What happens is they use a laser gun. So when you pick up a laser gun weapon, you get that Marine guy. He's the guy shooting that gun. And then as you upgrade that, you get more Marine guys. So your Space Marine is now shielded. You'll have be surrounded by Marine guys, which kind of act like that the garlic kind of deal. So as the enemies hit them, they won't take any damage, but the enemies will be damaged. So it's kind of neat. Huh?
What the fuck?
What?
So you guys were just talking about Unreal 5, right?
Yeah, what happened? Oh, Lord.
Apparently Epic Games just teased Unreal Engine 6.
What? No, wait a minute.
This one won't run well either. Cool.
Right.
I literally am looking at it. It literally just happened 6 minutes ago. There's a U with a 6 at the end of it. What are we doing?
We need not do all of that if we ain't even fixed 5. I mean, come on, man.
This is cracking me up.
Okay, but yeah, it's again Vampire Survivors, but in the Warhammer universe. So looking forward to that coming out later this year. What else did I play? I have that shmup that you sent me. I haven't actually got to play it yet, but it is installed, so I'll talk about that next week. Next week I'll also talk about Echo Generation 2 because it unfortunately is embargoed for this show. But I did play some more Subnautica 2. That game, it's pretty good. I like the survival games where you can fight back. So this being, I can only run from these giant sharks that are trying to eat me, and these weird fish that shoot barbs at you like machine gun bullets. It kind of pisses me off because I'm like, no, I just would like to kill this and take it back and cook it. And then use it for food because obviously it's a survival game. You got to eat, but you can't kill.
Did you kill shit in the first game?
So, yes, I think you had a knife. You could actually fight back.
I saw a lot of people complaining about not being able to kill in the second game. I was like, I don't remember if you could kill in the first game. I did not remember.
Yeah, see, I know the Leviathans you could attack. But I can't remember if you could straight up kill it. This, you can't even attack anything. The only thing you can do when, something comes towards you is you can light a flare and throw it at it. And if that doesn't work, well, I guess you're going to take some damage. That just, in the other game, you at least had a knife. I could take a swipe, and even if I can't kill it, the thing is oh, let me get out of here. He feels threatened. Instead of this, he's just oh, you threw a light. Cool. And then he proceeds to bite me, but whatever.
That's not really a survival, because your survival instincts didn't kick in. You fucking bitch slap a shark.
I mean, right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's fine, but no, it's pretty good as far as the systems that it has in place. The one thing for me that really is holding it back is there's no no combat. Which I get it. I guess if you're going for vibes, I guess whatever.
I mean, it's going to be in early access for like 4 years, so maybe they'll add
yeah.
combat.
What game is this?
Subnautica 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So because early access 4 years. Yeah, I'm sure they'll add something. Some sort of.
I mean, it's not hurting them. They sold like 6 million copies.
Yeah, something crazy. Which good for them. Because they're gonna get that bonus now. So that's for sure. So good for those employees, those developers. Aside from that, just some usual stuff I think I played. I'm trying to look at my play history list. So another Warhammer game, 40,000 Speed Freaks is out on console.
Yeah, I was upset.
Why were you upset?
I thought it was
why I was upset.
I thought it was like a Twisted Metal game where like you could play by yourself, and you totally cannot play it by yourself, and it kind of plays like shit.
Yeah. So I am upset that you can't play by yourself. I don't necessarily think it plays it doesn't play the greatest. Like I had to really fiddle with the controls to find, because you can do it where you drive with the right trigger and shit, or you just use the stick and stuff. Like I had to kind of mess around to find a really comfortable control scheme. But once I figured it out, it's okay. But it's just okay. I thought like you, it was going to be more Twisted Metal and what it is it kind of like rock and roll racing maybe. There's only two modes. The first of which it's called Convoy Kill or something like that. And how it works is there's this giant robot that mech that either team has, and these are the orcs from Warhammer. These are different clans that are in this death race. And the objective is the teams have to race to a bomb, and then you have to drive that bomb into, the opponent's tank thing before it gets to your base to destroy it. In the meantime, everybody else is out, driving around, because this is, all vehicle based, and there's shootings. Every car has weapons and abilities, some sort of machine gun, tank class or car classes. There's different tanks. There's hot rods. There's even a helicopter. The Fly Boys are there's boys with a Z.
Of course,
if those those orc clans, the Fly Boys are even represented. There's a flying vehicle, which I actually like. I wish it had better abilities. But I like the control of it. You don't really get a real advantage even though you're flying, because it's, it wouldn't really be fair because the guns can't aim up like that. But it's, it works. I don't know. That mode is it's okay. And then the other one is a race, and this is what's weird, you don't have to race. So points will pop up where, the teams will have to drive over them checkpoints, and you get points. And then, the person that gets the most is the one that wins that. But if you don't want to do that, you could just straight up just combat and that's just driving around and just trying to ruin everybody else's day. And so you can do a combination of both, or you can actually just trigger to where your points and different stuff, your UI will only, tell you the combat stuff versus the race stuff. So it's okay. It's just not what I wanted or what I really thought that it was. And which I think it might be to its detriment. It seems that it doesn't have its own servers. It does the server browser thing where Ken will have to go in and start a match, and that's how you can go on and play with other people. If nobody has started a server, well then there is nobody playing online.
Yeah,
right?
Just peer-to-peer stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you just not playing the game, because outside of that you have a tutorial. But that's going to be the same thing every time. There is no way to play this single player, which
they knew
sucks. Even though,
they knew that that wasn't going to last. So they're like, well, for those 5 people that get really into it, y'all can just run your own servers.
Right. Just have a good time, guys.
Yeah,
have a great
time. Have fun. We're going to make a multiplayer only game without servers. Okay.
What game is this?
Warhammer 40,000 Speed Freaks.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like it could have been more. But I mean, as we say, Warhammer games have stuff coming out like every
Yeah,
2
just
weeks.
if this Warhammer isn't game for
hold on,
you,
guys.
then
Wait, hold on.
there's a new one.
Another one just dropped. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, Mechanicus 2 came out this week. Like Warhammer has games coming out all the fucking time, so they'll be fine. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Because you're probably going to talk about Forza Horizon 6.
No.
I actually might have talked about it last week.
I talked about it last week. I don't have anything else to add.
Okay, well, I don't. I mean, it's like I don't have anything other than what you said. Like, I mean, it's a driving game. Looks pretty. It's in Japan.
Yeah, that's pretty much the perfect description of that game.
Like, it's pretty good, but yeah, I don't. I drove around. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's pretty. Oh, I got that kind of car, and then I uninstalled. So
it's crazy because that's like 160 gigabyte game or some shit.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. And then I saw after the fact, I could have just played it on the cloud, which I'm going to start doing that stuff for those huge ones to try them out instead of installing them. Because Jesus. But yeah, that's it. So I'll let you get to yours because I know you said you have a lot of stuff.
All right. Well, let's start with a game I think we both played, which is the Adventures of Elliot prologue demo.
Oh, yep, definitely did.
That game is awesome. It's
did
totally.
You finish the demo?
Hey, Elliot, why don't you do this? Hey, Elliot, you just picked up a sword. Hey, Elliot, you
we're
just
gonna get
swung your
there.
sword.
We're gonna get there.
Hey, Elliot.
We're gonna get there. Just hang on.
That princess.
No, I have not finished the demo yet. I think I've done the 2 first dungeons. Like the first dungeon's real small.
Yeah.
But I did do the second dungeon, which had the same boss, which was kind of disappointing.
Oh, I think I'm in that one right now. Like I'm in the second dungeon.
Yeah, so like I finished that dungeon and it's basically got the same boss, and I was like, well, that's disappointing. I was hoping for like a new kind of creature thing. That game is straight up a Zelda game, 100%. Pick up bushes and pots and throw them or cut them down. Collect coins to buy stuff. The difference between Zelda and this, though, is that the people in the Adventures of Elliot really don't want to shut the fuck up. These people talk forever, and it's insane, like how much cutscenes and dialogue there are. And I'm gonna tell you this: I could sum up the story in 2 lines, and they probably said 400 so far. It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, they talk a lot.
But early on, you're this adventurer named Elliot. Huh, shocking. And the king is like, I need you to go do this shit. And then the princess is like, well, I'm going to bless you. Well, it turns out that blessing is her going to be basically your Navi.
I think it was a curse, is what it was.
Curse, bless, whatever. But yeah, she basically talks to you like Navi. Except that this bitch does not shut up. She literally comments.
No, she's Fee. She's Fee from the original Skyward Sword.
Hold on, Anthony.
Oh, I didn't play that one.
It's worse than that. She literally comments. She literally comments on every sword swipe. She tells you to use your shield. If you solved a puzzle just now, she'll tell you immediately on the next puzzle to do the same thing. She does not stop talking.
She'll comment on a random cat that you see. I didn't even see the cat. She was like, oh, what's a cat doing out here? Bitch, there's goblins. I'm worried about that cat.
Fee did that with every rupee you pick up.
So does she.
Yeah, I remember. Oh. I have object permanence. Shut the fuck up.
There is an option to turn the comments down in the option menu. I suggest you do it. Unfortunately, there's not a way to turn them off.
Yeah, I did find that option. BT dubs. It's a lot if you leave it on. Like he is not exaggerating either. Like she comments about every 2 steps you take, and it's like, who's this for?
I can't speak to the new Bubsy game, but when Bubsy first returned on PS4, you could turn the Bubsy comments to like extreme, which just labeled the option as Bubsy. And then you could turn it completely off, and it was called Silent Bobcat. He wouldn't talk at all. More games need that.
This game, The Adventures of Elliot, needs a shut up button. These people talk a lot, and that princess just will not stop talking. Other than that, though, that game is outstanding. I cannot wait to play the final version of that game. I'm glad that demo is going to transfer my progress.
Same. Yeah. The music is so good in there too. Like, that game's great.
Yeah, that game is outstanding.
I have that downloaded, but I just didn't get to it.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
You're gonna like it.
If you like Zelda, if you like old school top-down Zelda, I mean, there's no reason why you won't like this.
I don't really have it. I can't think of a Zelda I don't like.
Then you'll like this game.
Nope.
Other than the CDI games, but those are not really legitimate, so it doesn't really matter.
Another game that you won't like, maybe, is Bubsy 4D.
This is disappointing because I like the developers' other games.
I do too. This game has nothing but problems, starting from the fact that it just looks soft. I don't know if you played the demo, but like the visuals are just so blurry and soft, and they just don't look good. The levels themselves are, I'm going to say this, and it's a little extreme, but the levels themselves feel kind of like Bubsy 3D, where they are very big and open, but there's nothing in it. It's just this big world of nothing. Like there's cars driving around, and I have no idea why. Because you're literally on this little island.
It's the geometric pattern world.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Bubsy's control is not good. He has a real heavy float to when he jumps. There's a lot of times where the camera will spin around when you're trying to make a jump, and it just does not work.
There's a tank control option from my understanding.
Yes, there is a tank control option, and my God, I don't know if it would be better or worse.
Wow.
It's just, the control in this game is so bad. There's a mission early on in the game. One of Bubsy's abilities is that he can roll up into a ball. And there's a mission in one of the early worlds where you have to, like, there's this highway that's going to the next section of the level, and you press a button, and it's like, you've got 30 seconds to make it to the other side. And the only way you're going to make it is to roll into a ball. I fell off of that highway at least 50 times. Just because of the way his momentum works, and sometimes when you leap off of a section, because the highway is going like up, down, up, down, up, down. And like the meticulous, there's no good control to Bubsy in the air. And it results in a lot of falling and dying, and just is not good. And the combat is literally the Sonic lock-on, where you lock onto an enemy and you pull the right trigger and you bounce on them. Like, that's the entirety of the combat. And it's not even that funny. Like, they try to make jokes about the past Bubsy stuff, and it just does not land. I'm so disappointed.
Bubsy is cursed.
He really is.
At this point, Bubsy is cursed.
He really is.
When your best game is still just because like, even if this was the best game, which I've seen some people say,
I think it is the best Bubsy game. I do.
It's still just a worse version of that dev's other game, which is Demon Tides. Yeah. Go play Demon Tides.
You should play Demon Tides. Game. That's a good game. Bubsy 4D, not a good game.
And if it wasn't this, then it's the Paws on Fire, which is the runner game.
The runner game
is just a worse version of the runner game.
Yeah.
Go play those.
It's amazing how many games this guy has got, considering that none of them.
The 3D one. The 3D one that or not the 3D one, the 2D one that came out on PS4.
Yes, I remember that one.
The same was the Gianna Sisters devs.
Yes.
Just play Gianna Sisters. Like, fuck.
Yeah. Bubsy is it's rough, man. It's rough out there for Bubsy. I also checked out Luna Abyss, which is on Game Pass. This is a weird game. So it's like this futuristic game where you're in a prison and you basically have to like put your mind in this puppet, and you go and do these missions where you have to kill these different enemies, and for each like area you clear, you mark off some time on your sentence. It's a very like dark, like and brooding game. Reminds me of like, I'm trying to think, a lot of Corridors. Very, very dark. Almost like a Doom, but not as fast. It is kind of a bullet hell where the enemies like shoot out, like almost like Returnal, where enemies shoot out like spreads of bullets at you, and you just have to kind of dodge around them and take out the enemies. It's interesting. It's also like higher budget than I kind of expected. Like the voice acting is actually pretty good, and the story is somewhat interesting. So I might play some more of that. I did actually quite enjoy what I played.
Sorry, what game is this?
It's called Luna Abyss. It's on Game Pass.
Luna Abyss.
It has a very... What was that compulsion game? Contrast.
Contrast, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like the main character... Yeah.
But then like the art... Wow, what a weird...
It's an interesting game. Like, it's a first-person bullet hell game. Which is...
Yeah, what? But like, it's got like a... Luna Abyss. This is a weird looking fucking game. This is on Game Pass?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. That's where I played it.
My friend told me to play it. Is it good?
It is. I actually kind of like it.
Okay. Yeah, he told me that I should check it out.
So I think I did try to play Time Crisis on the PS Plus. You can, since you don't have a gun con, you're supposed to use the motion on the controller. I couldn't get it to work. So I could see my cursor on screen, like where I was moving it around, and then on the main screen it's like, shoot the mode that you want to play kind of thing, and like every button I pressed just started the demo. So I wasn't actually able to play the game.
That sucks.
So I don't know what's going on. And I couldn't find, like a lot of times when you're using like a motion thing, you can press a button to recenter your...
Yeah.
Like I couldn't figure out how to do that. So like I had to hold my controller at like a funky angle to even see the cursor. Like I don't know what was going on. Something seemed off. So I wasn't able to play that, which sucks because I used to love those kind of games. And then I also toyed around a little bit with that Rugrats Retro Rewind collection. Man, some of those PS1 games are a little rough.
They're weird.
Yeah, they are weird.
Does this include the Rugrats in Paris, where it's a bunch of weird mini games?
I don't remember if that one's on there. I know Search for Reptar's on there.
Let's see. Rugrats. What's it called? Retro Rewind.
Retro Rewind. Yeah.
Rewind. That's just asking for me to pronounce it poorly.
It's got like 3 Game Boy games and like 3 PlayStation
games. I
see
that. It's Search for Reptar, which is 32-bit.
Yeah, PlayStation. It's PlayStation. Yeah.
PlayStation. Rugrats Movie, which is Game Boy Color.
Yes.
Rugrats Time Travelers, which is Game Boy Color.
Yep.
Rugrats Studio Tour, which is PlayStation.
Yep.
There it is. Rugrats in Paris, the movie, which is you have the Game Boy Color and the PlayStation version. The PlayStation version is like a weird 3D world, sort of akin to like Banjo-Kazooie and Mario 64, where you'd have to have like a certain amount of things to like a collectathon, but you earn the things by playing mini games.
Yeah.
It's weird.
So,
and then Rugrats Castle Capers for the Game Boy Advance. Sorry, Pocket Advance.
Yeah.
So let me tell you about that. So with a lot of these collections, they'll put the box art and the manuals and stuff in there. So in this one, when they show you the PlayStation, you remember PlayStation games in the jewel cases when they had the clear back when you open them?
Yeah.
That's what they show you for the cover. They don't show you the actual cover. They show you
Oh.
the image that was behind the jewel case, which is so weird. Like, I don't know, man. It's a weird it's a weird collection. It's not on Xbox, as is tradition with limited run games. So I was playing it on PS5. I don't know, for $20, like, you really have to be a nostalgic for the Rugrats themselves. Like, I won't lie, I watched some of those when I was younger, and like that little like title screen that comes up with the music was kind of hitting those. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's because Mark Mothersbaugh is a genius.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, those things hit me, but like the games themselves, I'm like, yeah, this was like when they were making shitty 3D platformers based on cartoons for the PlayStation, and it's just like, yeah. I don't know. Trying to think if there was anything else I played. I think that's it. I mean, obviously outside of Overwatch and Rock Band. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. So let's move on to what's out this week. So we're going to start with Realm of Ink, World of Tanks Heat, Yerba Buena, 007 First Light. That's a big one for me. That's the game for me this week. Echo Generation 2, Nitro City Racing, Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, Amanda the Adventurer 3. I didn't know she had 2 previous games.
That's another one of those Poppy Playtime sort of things.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus, they make a lot of those games.
Yeah, Mascot Horror got really profitable after they stopped being Five Nights at Freddy's. And honestly, all the other ones can exist as long as Garden of Bam Bam goes away. Never seen a bigger pile of shit.
Beat the Champions, Blueberry, Bluey's Quest for the Gold Pin.
Hold on. I think... is that the one? One of these... Yeah, so, okay. That is being made by Half Brick.
I know that name.
That Bluey's. Is Half Brick not the people that did Jetpack Joyride?
It might be.
Hold on, Half Brick.
Jetpack Joyride was the
Jetpack
Flappy
Joyride
Bird kind of game,
Ninja. Right? Sorry?
Jetpack Joyride was like the Flappy Bird where you collect the coins, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of. It's a great game.
Did Marvel Superhero Squad, the Avatar Last Airbender game.
Isn't this Bluey game also on Game Pass?
I think so. Now, I don't know Bluey. I know it's for kids or whatever. This has like a sort of like a top-down sort of like co-op Zelda look to it.
That's weird, because the last time I played a Bluey game, it was like one of them fucking Dora the Explorer episodes where like people are like, "Can you find the ball?" and then they stare at you for 30 seconds.
No, this doesn't. This is the one. I can't remember how I stumbled. Was this?
Don't ask me why I played that
it.
game. By the way,
I was gonna say maybe this was one that I saw as I was going through like the Steam. Like, would you like to look at any of these? I'm like, no, I don't. But let me see here. Let me just post that because I'm always impressed when somebody does something different with a license. I guess is the way I'd put it. This is supposed to be them playing at like a table. Illustrated hand-drawn worlds.
This looks like that one game. Was it the one where you were like trying to bring color back to the world or something?
Oh,
The Saboteur?
No. This is
the Saboteur. Yeah.
I said it looks like
against Nazis. Sorry, what did you say?
No, I was just saying, like, I said it looks like.
It's Chicory.
Yeah, Chicory. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to think of.
It's that, or like Swords of Ditto, even, to some extent, you know?
Oh, I like Swords of Ditto.
Yeah.
got that sort of art style to it. So yeah, it's like the Adventure Time games that were made by WayForward and stuff like that. So anytime like kids games look like they have some quality put behind them and they're not just like a basic cash grab, I'm always kind of impressed.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right. We also have Busbound, Crash Out Crew. Do you even forklift? Kabuto Park, Necrophosis, is that? Well, how would you say that? Necrophosis, Full Consciousness.
I have that wish listed. First of all, do you even forklift? The video that's on Steam has you lifting up a car and immediately dumping it into the lake.
Okay.
Which I gotta. I'm assuming it's Necrophosis. Oh God, what was it? Well, it was last week that I wanted to correct you on this week. Fuck, that just reminded me. Anyways, first person horror adventure. My only fear is, boy, this reminds me of a game called Scorn.
No, here's the thing. There are 1 to 2 first-person horror games released every week.
This doesn't necessarily look horror in it's more of like a grotesque imagery rather than horror, if that makes sense.
But I mean, that genre is represented every week. First person.
Also, yes.
Like,
I understand that.
Yeah, it's just. Can we stop? Like, none of you are remembered. None of you.
I believe I remember what it was. Yeah. I believe you pronounced it Gallipoli.
Oh yeah. I asked people to show how it was pronounced.
I'm giving everybody shit. I had to hear about how I fucking pronounced melee. You fuckers.
I mean,
there's no one from Melee, all right? I don't give a shit if I pronounce it Malay, all right?
I mean, you pronounce it wrong, and we admit we pronounce Gallipoli wrong, so...
Gallipoli? Gallipoli? Nice.
How do you say it?
And also... What, Gallipoli?
I don't, because I ain't going over there, so...
I'm 99% sure you can pronounce it Melee or Malay, just to be clear.
I mean, you can pronounce anything any way you want. Doesn't mean it's right.
But, listen, I'm not going to be corrected by Americans who decide that they're going to spell words without letters in it. All right, shut up.
Wow.
Moving on.
We do that though.
You said doo-doo. All right. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. This is gonna be a controversial statement, but the next game is Nickelodeon's Extreme Tennis Next. I think it might be better than Mario Tennis.
I don't.
Wow.
I haven't played it. I don't know. I haven't played it. I'm just making a joke because that new Mario Tennis is not great. I'm sorry.
Nicktoons. What is it called?
Nickelodeon Extreme Tennis Next.
It was a mobile game. It came out on Apple Arcade.
Never mind.
A couple of years ago. It's not horrible though. Actually,
Apple Arcade stuff is generally way better than it should.
Yeah,
be.
it's not.
I'm
horrible.
Still waiting on that Family Guy Mario Kart game to come out.
That one is actually good too.
I'm waiting for the Sonic game to fucking get off of that.
Yep, that one, the Sonic game. There's 2 Sonic games on there actually, and both of them
I think one of them. I think one of them is a mobile game where the microtransactions has been removed though.
Gotcha. Okay.
The other one is like the Dream Team.
The Dream one, yeah.
Yep. That one is
gotta go
exclusive.
fast. 1 move away. Save My Scrap. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. Machina. It's not Machina. It's Mashina. So I'm assuming it's Machina.
Yeah.
I don't know what people. 1 Move Away is a 3D first-person puzzle game that blends puzzles with packing vehicles. Stop this. This and unpacking. I can't do this anymore. This is just stress simulators. Fuck you, all of you.
Midnight Swamp. It's finally here.
That's when you don't have the air conditioning on.
That's true. It's finally here, y'all. Mina the Hollower is out this week. I'm going to call it right now. I'm calling it right now. It's going to get a bunch of 9s and 10s.
I don't think it's going to sell very well.
I'm just telling you right now. It's going to be a bunch of 9s. I've seen scuttlebutt around that game because a lot of people have it already, like influencers. It's going to be one of those indie darlings, and I'm going to tell you, I hated that demo. So,
I'll never play that game. I didn't like that demo at all either.
This game is called.
Speaking of like, in direct comparison to Elliot, there, it's like here's two games that are clearly inspired by Zelda. One of them is fun. The other one's Meat of the Hollower. Damn.
I don't care much for the GBA aesthetic on 4K screens. I'm just gonna say that. Nerd is the next game, and it's an acronym. I don't know what the acronym stands for, but just telling you. Portrait of a Torn and Quest for Dungeloria.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. Let's see if there's anything over here. Forensic ME Protocol. Yeah, it's the only thing different over there. Let's check the Switch. Anything coming out this week for the Switch 2? Lollipop Chainsaw, Repop.
That's cool.
Toho Yukuri Mountain.
I don't know what that is, but all right.
I don't either, but that's one of the games that's only on Switch 2. All right. It's time for your news. You can use this news however you choose. Game Pass Wave 2 for May includes Forza Horizon 6, My Friend Peppa Pig, Remnant 2, Luna Abyss, Escape Simulator, Echo Generation 2, The Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition, Kabuto Park, Crash Out Crew, Final Fantasy VI, Jurassic World Evolution 3. Xbox launched a thing called Xbox Player Voice this week. It's a website where people can share feedback and upvote what they want to see. It's basically Reddit for ideas. The top 3 choices right now are exclusives, backwards compatibility updates, and make online multiplayer free to access. They have already implemented one change that came from this Xbox Voice thing, and it is that in your stats now, your games are shown in hours instead of days. So, okay.
So your Overwatch thing says what?
I don't know if it's been updated yet. I can check in real time for you. Because on my console, I don't see it yet. Like, it still says days. So let me pull up the Xbox PC app.
Yeah, I haven't got the new logo yet. I guess that's still in the beta.
Yeah, I think it's still in the beta.
Yeah.
So if I click Overwatch, it still says days.
Okay.
Which, by the way, is 236 days, 14 hours, and 5 minutes.
So curious what that's going to... I mean, I guess I could do the math myself.
But, I mean, you can literally Google it, right? So what is it? 200? We'll just say 236 days to hours. 5,664.
Okay. Why do they want that? Why the hours versus the days? I don't understand. That's like when people have kids and they're like, "Oh, little Johnny, yeah, he's 17 months. Bitch, he's 1. Like, why are we doing this? Like, why?
You know what? I don't know exactly why, but like, I can tell you I've been sober since January, but the number of 143 days sounds a lot cooler.
And I feel like that's what it is. Yeah, it's because it sounds better. Like, I just, that's always bothered me.
With like, in my particular scenario, it's nice to see the number go up.
Yeah.
But yeah, with age stuff, I've never really understood. But I don't have kids, so I don't know.
I got you.
I guess when it comes to like babies, because we stopped doing that at a certain point.
Yep.
That might be a developmental thing too.
A lot of baby stuff is marketed at months as well.
Yeah. I guess like size, yeah. That's probably it. Like, it's just probably just because there's certain sizes and sort of because all I know about taking care of babies is 1, don't shake them, and 2, that like they change very quickly. So
I'm happy that that's your number one thing. Don't shake them.
Listen, all right. Cooking Mama tried to set me astray with her Wii game where you put the Wii remote in the fake baby and you had to shake it.
Oh,
I had fall for her propaganda then.
Good for you.
I want you
to gardening, you fucking bitch.
I want you to know that my son is currently 192 months old.
Oh my God. Oh man.
It is very interesting that the number one upvoted thing is exclusives. Like, why do you care?
What? I just don't like. I saw, because I didn't see this, but I saw some articles where people were like, you need these exclusives to draw people to get an Xbox, and I'm like, why do you, sir, writing this response, care if people buy an Xbox though? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Like, it makes sense for them to do it if they want to try to get back into the competing thing, but like, people championing it, I don't understand. Like, console sales do not dictate your enjoyment of video games.
Right. And I just feel like for Microsoft, it should be just too little too late at this point. Like, why would y'all even attempt to... I mean, I don't know. And we started to say this even with like the PlayStation 3, 360, when they were going into that next generation following that. Most people, and I think you probably said it exactly like this on this show, most people are already set in as far as where they're going. Like, you're not going to sway necessarily a PlayStation person to jump to Xbox or vice versa because their library has already been built on one platform versus the other. So I just don't understand why we just think that exclusives is going to be what's going to make people like, oh my God, fuck my PlayStation 5. They putting Hooba Juba The Great Escape on Xbox and I want to play that shit. So I'm going to go get an Xbox.
When consoles decreased in price, back before things became stupid.
Back in the
I
long
totally
ago.
comprehended exclusives, right? Because once you had sold to your primary base,
you want to sell
right?
to the casuals and the other console owners, yeah.
Right. And hey, it's now far less. Like, Xbox, I wouldn't probably be I probably would have ended up there eventually. But like, the reason why I got an Xbox 360 was it was less expensive than a PS3. But the PS3 had exclusives, so when that console went down in price, I did eventually get one because I wanted to play those as well. So it's just one of those, like a GameCube, same thing. I ended up getting a GameCube. And I had a PS2, which is where I played most of everything. So it's just, that doesn't exist anymore. So exclusives don't do you any favors when your console just keeps increasing in price.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? PlayStation 5 dropped 42% year over year after it went up to, $650 fucking dollars. Like,
imagine.
People can't afford this shit. Like, if Microsoft really wanted to sell consoles, you know what you do? You drop the fucking price.
Exactly. And you would take a loss on the shit so you can make the stuff up. And like that, what happened to doing that? Like, man.
Yeah.
When PlayStation came out, they sold all them PlayStations at a loss because they wanted to get people to purchase their thing and not the Nintendo shit. Like, now they just don't care. Fuck it. We want all the money.
Yeah, and people are still buying PlayStation, so it's why would they stop doing? If a Big Mac is $5, then you bump it to $7 and people still buy it. Like,
why go back?
Why go back?
I mean, because they're
It's crazy, man. Backwards compatible, I was happy to see at number 2 because I do want that to come back.
Me too. Yeah, there's still a lot of good stuff.
So many games, man, that can come back still.
Yep.
Playground Games has reconfirmed that Fable is later this year. They also did say it was on PlayStation as well, so that one's definitely not one that's going to get nixed that I'm aware of anyway. A lot of hype going into this Xbox showcase because, they've talked a lot of shit and they've made good moves. Like, I'll give them credit. They're doing well. Xbox hasn't stepped on a rake in a while, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to see what they say at this showcase because this showcase is basically you talked a lot of shit now it's time to back it up kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Xbox announced a couple more people joining the leadership team, including Matthew Ball as Chief Strategy Officer and Scott Van Villette as Chief Technology Officer. This Matthew Ball guy got a lot of people talking because apparently he's a pretty big person in that area, and he said that his focus will be reviving, quote, storied franchises and strengthening Xbox's console business. He also said he believes the console business is important, durable, and still growing. That's some positivity there, Matthew. But reviving storied franchises, Matthew, can we please get a Banjo-Kazooie? A Conker? You know, these things you bought all those years ago and never did a fucking thing with? The Game Pass Family Plan was reportedly canceled because EA was straight up against it.
That's wild to me. That, like, why? So EA is why I had to spend all this money. Ain't that a bitch?
Herman Hulse told his staff this week in a town hall meeting that Sony single-player titles like Ghost of Yotei will stay exclusive to PlayStation 5 going forward. Service games like Marathon can come to other systems. So basically, your PC ports are gone.
And they're gone. Yeah, Wolverine is not coming to the PC.
Nope. Soros isn't coming. Oh, nobody cares. That's right.
Well, I'm going to say something similar to the talk that we just had about Nintendo. Sony, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Brother, it ain't been much.
Yeah. None of these people have had much.
Like,
and look, I realize that sounds like really sort of jaded because, you know, I don't make video games, so how dare I say that or whatever. But like, they're not making video games either at this point.
Well, here's the crazy.
My PS2. Now, I did not get a PS2 at launch, but like, you had it, and this sounds dumb, but you had a greatest hits lineup that you could point to and be like, these games sold well. They're generally of high quality. That doesn't exist anymore. They don't even really do that on their digital service. I'm not asking for like a huge price drop or whatever, although you fucking should.
Right.
It's just like there's. Like, you don't even have enough. You can't have a greatest hits line. It's 10 games. Fucking deal.
I want you to think about this for a second. That we are currently in an era, and I know I'll get flack for this. Xbox has the best first-party games right now.
Because they have first-party games.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
But like,
well, yeah.
They have them, but also at the same time, a lot of them have been pretty fucking good. Like, that's crazy to me.
That is, yeah.
Like, you're right. We talked about Nintendo earlier. Like, it's Donkey Kong and Pocopia. Those are their two games. We talk about PlayStation. Like, what was the last... I mean, Yotei, people will argue Yotei, but Yotei did not sell a ton. And people stopped talking about it really fast. Like, what else have they done... Like, I know we're all looking forward to Wolverine. There isn't a person that'll tell you that they're not going to love that game.
Mm-hmm.
But the PlayStation 5 will be 6 years old this year. Give me 5 must-have games that you can only play on PlayStation 5.
Well,
5. 1 for each year.
I mean, I can't. I don't know. I feel like people will say Last of Us.
But that's not only on PlayStation.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's not. No. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Ratchet and Clank. No, Ratchet and Clank came to PC.
It did. Yeah, it is.
Dark Souls didn't. I think that's the one.
You mean Demon Souls?
Yes, sorry, Demon Souls. My bad. And that was a launch game.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like They've had good first party games, but they haven't had like system sellers, which is insane to me. Naughty Dog hasn't put a game out this generation.
Have they not?
No. Last of Us 2 was on PS4.
Oh, Naughty Dog. Wow, yeah.
So
Sorry.
that space game is
I
going to
was
be there?
about to yell Insomniac, and I was like, that's not the right.
No, Insomniac's like is the only thing holding the PlayStation together, man. And it's all superhero stuff. So, yeah, that was it called the Prophet? Son, I don't remember what that game's called.
I don't know I can't think of the name, but I know it's in space.
That'll be their first PS5.
Yeah,
that'll be their first PS5 game. And I wouldn't be shocked if it straddles the generation line.
Also, can I just while we're bitching, and it's not necessarily relevant, but like in terms of like, because I keep seeing the dialogue kind of come up in comments on YouTube of videos I'm watching. When we talk about the yellow paint stuff, like I feel like Sony gets somehow not included in that conversation, even though like fucking Uncharted is king of that. Mm-hmm. Of like, I know exactly the game mechanics that are going to happen. Now, I'll say this: I don't love the Uncharted games. That's clear, but like I do understand why people like them.
Yeah,
because they're big spectacles, right? They're
popcorn. They're summer popcorn movies. That's what they are,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And but it's just like, you know, they were really detailed and stuff had to stick out. And now it doesn't use yellow paint, but it's like, wow, those rocks sure do look like the rocks I've grabbed before, you know. And I did like fuck. You know, and I don't blame them for doing it. It's just weird that this conversation has occurred. But it's like, you're the fuckers that you were telling me this was game of the year when it was Uncharted 2. And I remember playing going like, this is fun, but it's like not the best game by any means.
Oh no, I feel like PlayStation gets a pass on a lot of things, which one of them we're going to talk about in a second. But I did also want to mention that Ghost of Yotei Legends received its last major update in April. There are no more major content drops planned, and if I remember correctly, that thing's only like 3 months old.
It is, yeah.
What game is this? Sorry?
The online multiplayer for Ghost of Yotei.
Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised.
But let's talk about...
quick.
Yeah, let's talk about something that didn't get nearly as much commentary as I thought it would. Starting May 20th, Sony is raising prices for PS Plus subscribers, for new PS Plus subscribers. 1 month is going, of premium is going to $19.99, extra is going to $16.99, and essential is going to $10.99. Basically, it looks like it's $1, $2, and $3 across the board. Or sorry, no, 1, 2, and 2. Okay.
Okay, so I'm ignoring that because who cares? Sony's increasing their price. They do this shit all the time. They suck. I wanted to see, like, okay, what other games came out the year of Uncharted 2? Just for example. Minecraft, Batman Arkham Asylum. We got Assassin's Creed 2, Dragon Age Origins, Street Fighter 4.
That was a damn good year.
But still.
Shit.
Right, this was a fucking fantastic year.
Demon's Souls, which again, at that point it hadn't hit its strides. I'm not trying to be too pedantic or whatever, but it's just like, you have Batman Arkham Asylum and like people were giving Uncharted 2 Game of the Year. Insult, just spit in my face. Like, how dare you? Anyways.
As long as you swallow, Anthony.
As long as I swallow.
Helldivers 2 is getting a Warhammer 40,000 legendary war bond.
Excited. Hell yeah.
That's so funny. Like, Warhammer's just everywhere today.
It's, everywhere.
All right. Sony just cannot stop. Sony is the new rake king, which is hilarious. After 9 years, Bungie will end the development of Destiny 2 on June 9th. Destiny 2, the Monument of Triumph, will be available to all players. Destiny 2 is finally dead.
How about you release all the content that Destiny 2 has as one big fucking thing so people can go through that whole game? God damn you.
Yeah.
Like, how about that?
Bungie is reportedly getting hit by another significant wave of layoffs. Destiny 3 is currently not in development, and they will focus on the extraction shooter Marathon. Sounds like Bungie is about to die.
I think so. So they're adding that PvE stuff for Marathon, hoping to bring people back with that. So we already know that wasn't the success they were hoping it would be. So, like, yeah, man, I'm worried about Bungie.
It's crazy.
No. I'm really glad the CEO got to buy all the sports cars.
It is crazy to me that is a thing. Like, as you read in the history, Microsoft has made tons of bungles, from turning down Grand Theft Auto exclusivity back in the original Xbox, to like passing on so many other things that ended up being massive hits. Bungie was offered to Microsoft before PlayStation in this latest sale, and Microsoft turned it down.
Microsoft thought they knew better, and let's look at 343's output. Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, but still, they didn't buy Bungie.
Yep.
Which is crazy.
I wonder, though, and as much as I'd love to, I mean, it's dumb. It's dumb because you can see 343's output and how they've just absolutely just bungled it. Although you have to understand, they also were having a falling out because like they started removing the original Marathon logo from Halo stuff before Reach, I believe. Anyways, Microsoft may have seen how management was going, right? Like, at that point in time, after seeing Destiny and stuff like that, maybe Microsoft saw the management went, there's no fucking way we can take this.
Yeah.
I have to give them some credit because, like, after hearing stories about the management there, I'm like, well, maybe they knew more than we know, right?
That's possible. Sony has trademarked Break-In, which a lot of people are thinking that's their rebrand of Fair Games. At least they hope it is, because I believe it is also like an online shooter, so I don't think Sony would announce another games as a service game.
Also, just quickly back on the thing. I do want to say, I feel bad for all the Destiny fans. Like, I really feel bad, because it's like, this is a shitty way to go out.
Yeah. And with the third game not even in development or announced. And it's so crazy, too, because if you think back to when Destiny was even pitched and announced, like, it was supposed to be like its own thing, and they had this 10-year vision for all this different stuff, and whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, and then it was like, psych, we got Destiny 2 coming. Like, wait, what?
Destiny in and of itself has been around for 10 years now. So
has it? Oh, yeah, I guess it has now, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, they weren't ever going to do the Destiny 2 thing like originally, and I get stuff changes, but yeah, it's just, I don't know. It sucks if you definitely are a fan, because man, that's
I remember when that game was like everything.
I mean, to me too. Like, yeah. Oh my goodness, people would do those little world. The raids would come out and it'd be a huge deal as the streamers like fight to see who's going to finish it first.
Dude, we played a ton of Destiny back in the day.
Same.
It was a really good game, but I just fell off of it. I don't know what it was. PlayStation also announced their State of Play, which got everybody super excited because PlayStation hadn't talked about shit in so long. It is June 2nd, with over 60 minutes of news and announcements for games coming to PS5. So yeah, like you mentioned earlier, not E3 is almost here. It literally starts next week. And I think we have shows and announcements spanning from the 2nd all the way up to the Xbox showcase on the 7th. So it's going to be an exciting next couple weeks.
Yep.
As is tradition with Nintendo games, the developer for Yoshi and the Mysterious Book was finally revealed after the game came out. It is Good Feel. Why does Nintendo hide this shit? I don't understand it.
I don't
Well,
understand.
even then, like, Good feels basically only working with Nintendo, so I don't really.
Yeah, but why didn't they
Guys,
mention that
guys,
they were the ones behind Yoshi and the Mysterious Book when it was announced?
Because they're also the ones behind Princess Peach Showtime.
That doesn't. But they always do this.
I'm just saying.
Doesn't matter what game it is. They're like, well, we're not going to tell you who's making it until you play it.
Well, that's an old school Japanese thing of we're not telling you. You know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't make it okay. It's kind of shitty for the people who make the games. Yeah. Lego Donkey Kong is coming. Lego set. Please be excited.
I'm sure that'll be expensive.
I mean, they're all expensive. Yeah. Crazy Taxi Twitter posted a short video for the first time in years.
Taxi.
Got people super excited.
Were they saying yeah?
Well, I mean, we're getting close to not E3, so this makes sense. Also, it makes sense that video of Virtua Fighter leaked this week. It's supposedly called Virtua Fighter Crossroads.
Yeah.
So, like, we're gonna. This week is gonna be the leaky week. So, we're gonna see lots of things leaked over the next week. So, if you don't like spoilers, stay away from the internet. Yeah. Mega Man and McDonald's in Japan are doing a collaboration. I think I need to go to Japan. Rocksteady is credited as a co-developer on Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. That makes a lot of sense.
Definitely does.
You guys remember when all those rumors about GTA's pre-order date hit? A lot of those insiders stopped tweeting for a little while.
Oh yeah, the ones that were saying that Best Buy leaked, and because it was supposed to be like last week or something like that.
Yeah,
I think
it was supposed to be like the 15th, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick says GTA 6 marketing starts around summer. So the next few weeks I don't think will be summertime yet, but when it's summertime, Rockstar expects to start marketing GTA 6.
So I'm actually tired of hearing from Take-Two boss Strauss Zelnick too, because like he just keep coming up with random tidbits of knowledge about GTA and random stuff, and it's like, bro, just shut the fuck up. Let the developers just do what they need to do, and the only time we need to hear from you is when you announce the date.
About AI though,
like the kids say,
so.
Let him cook.
Hold on, what's his name?
Strauss Zelnick. He's been the Take-Two CEO of Take-Two.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to. Yeah. So he was in a video talking about AI, and it's nice to hear one of these CEOs finally just say it like, yeah, but our business is built around creativity. He's like, his point was, if you use AI, you're only using from stuff that you already have. You're not pushing any boundaries because it's not thinking forward.
Yeah.
AI only looks back, and he's like, that's so like he was basically like, no, we try to get the creative people, not a thing that you hear a lot of CEOs say right now. And I'm not saying this guy's a good guy.
No, that is
or Take-Two, but like it is nice to hear finally somebody say the thing that should have just been said is like, yeah, like this is a creative industry. It's kind of important to be pushing that forward.
So I mentioned earlier about Unreal Engine 6.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Here was the announcement.
Oh, yeah, the Rocket League. Yeah.
Rocket League is the Unreal 6 announcement trailer.
What?
Yeah. Remember, Epic owns
that's right.
Rocket
I
League
forgot
now.
about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Casey Hudson has said that he has never spent more than 4 years on a game, and he doesn't want to spend more than that on Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. Okay.
Good.
Warhorse Studios is working on 2 new games, a new Kingdom Come game, and an open-world Middle-earth Lord of the Rings RPG. I know a lot of y'all were excited for that.
Yeah, I think that'll be, I'm not a fan of the books, as everyone knows, but I love the games, and Warhorse is a great studio, I think, for that.
Speaking of Lord of the Rings, Embracer has spun off Fellowship Entertainment as its own business segment with one strategy and business plan. Fellowship holds the rights to The Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth, Tomb Raider, Kingdom Come, Metro, Darksiders, Remnant, and more. They will also be exploring external partnerships around their roster of well-known IPs such as Saints Row, Legacy of Kain, Deus Ex, Red Faction, The Mask, Thief, Time Splitters, and many others. Oh, man. We getting a Time
The
Splitters?
Mask?
Yeah.
The Jim Carrey movie? Is there another Mask?
I don't know. It just says The Mask.
That's definitely not theirs. That's Dark Horse owns that.
So okay, I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't know what The Mask is. But all right, yeah, that sounds awesome.
This sounds like Embracer is gonna maybe have some issues, so you need to put all this stuff into another company.
I don't know. I'm just happy to hear the words.
It's called the lifeboat method.
I'm just happy to hear the words Time Splitters in the year of our Lord 2026. Legacy of Kain, you have
yeah, it has to redeem itself now.
Yeah, you've put a stain. You've put a stain on the franchise at this point with that last game. So,
oh shoot!
Hasbro has canceled Stig Asmussen's Dungeons and Dragons game at Giant Skull.
That sucks.
Quantic Dream is laying off 95 people after the cancellation of the Spellcasters Chronicles.
Don't they have a Star Wars game they're still apparently working on? Yeah.
That is still, Eclipse, I think it's called.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, as in you won't be able to see it.
Sad, but true.
I'll give you some numbers here. GTA 5 has now sold 230 million copies. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Whew.
God
damn. Red Dead Redemption 2 has sold 85 million copies. God damn.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 6 has now surpassed 6 million players in less than a month. I guess I never realized how big that game is. That game is huge.
Wait, the one that just came out?
Yes.
Damn.
That's only Xbox and PC too. It's not out on PlayStation yet.
Yeah, okay. I don't think I realized it was that big.
Yeah. Scrolling through. What the fuck? Apparently, the producer of The Adventures of Elliot says the game is inspired by Final Fantasy Adventure. Okay. Didn't want to say that Z word.
No, it wasn't fun. Hold on now.
Oh, Christ. What are we doing now?
Am I crazy? Is that not the Mana game?
I don't.
It's one of two.
Legend
it's either
of Mana?
Mana or it's the first game in the Mana series, which is inspired by Zelda.
Well, yeah, there you go. It's
Adventures of Mana.
Of course, they're going to reference one of their games.
Sword of Mana, I should say.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sword or Adventures, whatever you want to call it.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion added DLC, including Cyclops and the Thing.
I still haven't played that game.
It's fine.
Okay. It's fine. Yeah. I did get that. I did buy the DLC, though, because I'm a Marvel fan. So
isn't it like $4?
And Cyclops feels good. Yeah. I think it was $3.99 for both of them.
All right. Maybe I'll buy that. I still haven't finished that game, to be honest with you. Let's see. Just a bunch of release dates. Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition is supposedly coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
Please be excited.
I want to play that.
The free DLC is included? Cool.
Oh, wow.
Well, I don't think it's out on Switch, so maybe that's what it is.
The original is on Switch.
Is it? I didn't know it was.
Yep. It's actually... Well, it clearly takes a hit, but it's actually quite impressive how much of that game is still there.
M2 has canceled Ubusuna, which was announced in 2014. It's a shmup from Ikaruga creator Hiroshi Iuchi? Sorry, I couldn't see the L. And that's it. That's the news. It's a little quiet before the not E3 storm.
Not E3, yeah.
It's crazy. We got an Unreal 6 announcement. That's a little crazy.
I
wonder if there are games that are going to be shown in the next couple weeks that are built on Unreal 6.
But there will be.
Yeah. All right. I don't have any tweets or emails, but if you do want to send those, you can send those to podcast@ztgd.com. If you want to tweet at us, it's at ZTGD Podcast, and on Blue Sky at ZTGD Radio. We have a couple embargoes dropping, so we'll be talking about that next week. And then, of course, the Not E3 show will happen. I don't even know when we do that, because like the Xbox thing
I'm not
is
sure
on...
what the schedule is.
Well, the Xbox thing is last on Sunday, so maybe we do it after that show.
Oh, like an evening show?
Yeah, because I think that's
what we did
day.
last year. Yeah.
So, and then we'll cover everything that happened during that week, because the Sony thing's on Tuesday. I think G-Off stuff is on Friday. So we just covered all Sunday evening. But next week we'll talk about Bond, because even if we don't get a review code, I'm still probably going to end up picking it up.
Yeah, and I was getting it anyway, because I'm not reviewing it. So, I'm going to play that.
Yeah, if we don't get a review code, I'm definitely going to pick it up. So I'll be talking about that next week. But I think that's it. That's it for this week. So unless anybody has anything else, we'll get out of here. Peace, bitches.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.